High school is a whirlwind of so many new things: tough classes, after-school clubs, trying to figure out who you are and where you fit in. It's a time when friendships can feel like the most important thing in the world. And sometimes, those friendships can turn into something more. You might get a crush on someone. It feels like your heart is doing flip-flops every time you see them. These feelings are totally normal and a big part of growing up. It's exciting, but it can also be a little confusing, especially when you're trying to navigate everything else going on. Having a crush or being in a relationship can feel amazing. It's like having a best friend who you also get to share secrets and inside jokes with. You might spend hours texting them, thinking about what to wear to school just in case you bump into them in the hallway. These relationships teach us a lot about ourselves. We learn how to communicate our feelings. We learn how to listen to someone else. We learn how to care for another person. It's a huge learning experience. It's something that almost everyone goes through during their teenage years. It's a time of firsts, and that can be both wonderful and scary. But sometimes relationships can bring up some really big questions that don't have easy answers. What happens if the person you like is a lot older than you? What if you feel pressured to do things you're not ready for? So, let's talk about what underage actually means. It sounds like a big, serious word, and it is. Basically, it refers to someone who is younger than the legal age, like being too young to make major decisions for yourself. That specific age is called the age of consent. It's the minimum age someone is legally old enough to agree to certain activities. It's a rule meant to protect young people. The age of consent changes by location. In many US places, it's 16. In others, it's 17. In others, it's 18. Imagine a real example from 2023. Picture Maya. She's 15, a sophomore. She loves drawing in her sketchbook. Now picture Leo. He's 20. He graduated a couple years ago and works at a local coffee shop. They meet. He seems grown up and cool. He laughs at her jokes and says she's a talented artist. Maya might feel special and excited. It can feel flattering, like she's more mature than other kids her age. The gap from 15 to 20 is a big deal. It might not look huge, but their life experiences are worlds apart. At 15, school, friends, family, you're still figuring out who you are and what you want to do. At 20, legally an adult, college, working full-time, living on your own. They have freedoms and experience a 15-year-old doesn't. That imbalance can create serious problems. It's about a power imbalance. Leo has more power in the relationship, even if he doesn't mean to. He has more life experience, more independence, a different social standing. For Maya, that can make saying no or speaking up hard. She may feel pressured to keep up or agree to things she's not ready for, just to keep him liking her. This isn't fair, and that's why these situations are so risky. Now we have to get into the legal side of things, which can be confusing but is super important to understand. When there's a relationship between a 20-year-old and a 15-year-old, it isn't just a matter of what parents think. The law gets involved. Because the 15-year-old is below the age of consent in most places, the 20-year-old could get into very serious legal trouble. These laws are called statutory rape laws, and they exist to protect young people from being taken advantage of by adults. It's a very serious issue with major consequences. These laws aren't about whether the younger person said yes or not. In the eyes of the law, a person under the age of consent is not considered capable of legally agreeing to certain things with an adult. So even if the 15-year-old feels like they are in love and making their own choice, the law sees it differently. It sees a situation where an adult is involved with a minor, and its main goal is to protect the minor. It doesn't matter if they seemed happy together or if they thought they were in a real relationship. The age difference is what the law focuses on. Think about it this way. A 15-year-old can't sign a contract to buy a car or vote in an election. The law has decided that people under a certain age need extra protection while they are still growing and learning. The same idea applies here. The laws are designed to create a boundary, a clear line that says adults should not be in these kinds of relationships with teenagers who are so much younger. The adult is the one who is expected to know better and to respect that boundary no matter what. It's also important to know that sometimes there are close-in-age exceptions or Romeo and Juliet exceptions in the law. These are for situations where two teenagers are very close in age, like a 16-year-old and a 17-year-old. But these exceptions almost never apply when one person is an adult, 18 or older, and the other is much younger, like our example of a 20-year-old and a 15-year-old. The 5-year gap, And the fact that one person is a legal adult while the other is not makes the situation legally dangerous for the older person and emotionally risky for the younger one. So, what should you do if you find yourself in a situation like this, or if you see a friend who is? The most important thing is to talk to a trusted adult. Parent, school counselor, favorite teacher, another family member. It can be really scary to talk about this stuff. You might worry about getting yourself in trouble or getting your friend in trouble, but these adults are there to help you stay safe. Their first priority is your well-being, and they can help you figure out the best next steps in a safe and supportive way. If you're the one in the situation, listen to your gut feeling. If something feels off, that's a sign that something isn't right. Happy, respected, safe, worried, scared, pressured. It's okay to say no to anything you're not ready for. It's okay to end a relationship that doesn't feel good. Your feelings are valid, and you have the right to set boundaries to protect yourself. You are in charge of your own story, and you get to decide who is a part of it. If it's your friend you're worried about, being a good friend means speaking up, even when it's hard. You can start by talking to your friend directly. You could say something like, "I'm worried about you, and I want to make sure you're okay." The age difference between you two seems really big. They might not want to listen at first, and they might even get mad. But letting them know you care is so important. If you are still worried, that is when you should tell a trusted adult. You are not snitching. You are being a true friend who is looking out for their safety. Ultimately, high school is about learning and growing, and that includes learning how to build healthy relationships. It's a time to focus on friendships with people your own age who are going through the same things as you. These are the people who will understand your world. Happiness, confidence, relationships that lift you up, safe, respected, cherished. Look out for yourself. Look out for your friends, and remember that asking for help is one of the bravest things you can do.